guys, and welcome back to this channel. If it's your first time stopping by on this channel, I've been expecting you to join our community. This is Relaright, where we talk about everything relationship, basically listening to stories of people that God is helping in their marriages so that you can apply it to your relationship and you won't get it wrong. You know. So welcome if it's your first time on this channel, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome. I'm excited you're returning. My name is Justina and I am the founder of Relaright. Today I'm going to be sharing a personal experience with you guys. I know you guys like stories, so you know what? You might like to grab popcorn and probably bottle of juice. Yes, chilled juice, so that you can enjoy this video. Is funny to me. I'm very sure you guys might judge me, but let me know what you think at the end of this video in the comment section below. I met this guy randomly in the bank. I won't mention the bank, and something led to some. Okay, I was a copper at the time, so I was putting on my khaki, well kit up. I was just coming from CDS, and I entered into the bank just to get my card, and I saw this guy started making jokes here and there, and I wasn't laughing. So because I wasn't laughing, he intentionally delayed me, something I could have done under 5 minutes. He referred me to somewhere else, this one, that. So I was furious. I was like, how would you delay me? It's not my first time entering into bank. Why are you going to do this? He didn't care, but he delayed me anyways. So after everything, I think he just made another joke afterwards. Then I smiled. I was like, oh, finally I got you to smile. And I'm like, hello. So at the end of the day, I gave him my number. Honest get that I was. I gave him my number. At night, he just sent a text like, oh, my name is so. We met at the bank today, blah blah blah. Like, oh, okay, you're welcome. Then he started calling me, he started texting me, would call, I would respond, and he started making his intentions known. I want to date you. I want to date you here and there. And I first thought it was a joke, like, of course, you're a joker. But he made a statement one particular day, and he said it shouldn't be that when I start to lose interest is when you start to get interested in me. And that particular statement, I don't know for the life of me why that statement got me to start liking him. I started liking him and started dating. But something I noticed was that for the longest time, he didn't introduce me to his family. For every time I say, oh, probably speaking with his mom, I'm like, oh, let me say hello to mommy. He will say, it's not yet time. It's not yet time. Like, okay. For every time he's speaking with his sisters, he would never allow me to say hello, or he would never mention that, oh, he's with a girlfriend and this and that. And in my mind, I think I was naive then. Because how old was I? Like I was 20, 21? Yes, I was. So I was just like, oh, it's normal. But this guy is like 6 years older than I am. Yes, he's 6 years older than I am. And I don't know, I had this picture of him like, oh, he's old though, I cannot, you know, the way you would be like, oh, somebody that is just like 2 years older than you. I wasn't that free with him. I wasn't shy. I wasn't just free with him. Shy. The problem started from when I had issues with calling him either by his name or having to add like brother or that kind of. We didn't meet in church. I started interchanging it. Sometimes I call him by his name. Sometimes I call him like I will use if you're Yoruba, you know, in Yoruba, means you have respect for the person. Like you say so. The first point is, do not be in a relationship that is going to take you away from God. Like I said, I met this young guy. The relationship, how we're in a relationship. I feel like I was naive then. I mean, I don't know why I was the way I was, but I was what I was. Anytime you want to pray, you're like, God, oh God, oh God. Like, you don't have this confidence to like approach God, to talk to God, because you're in a relationship with somebody that feels like you don't even know what the men of God are even doing behind the camera before they climb stage. It's God that knows who is serving him, blah blah blah. I was in that kind of relationship, and he's somebody that will say that most things that people do is the grace of God. So I feel like it was somebody that abused the grace of God so much that he took it for granted. He could do anything, and he feels like, yeah, grace is covered, I'm under grace and all of that thing. To not be in a relationship with somebody that takes you away from the presence of God, or in a relationship with somebody that talks about the men of God anyhow. To not be in a relationship with somebody that makes you feel your parents are unreasonable. Yes, I said what I said. Do not be in a relationship with somebody that makes you feel like your parents are unreasonable, or somebody that disrespects your parents. I mean, I was in a relationship and this guy would literally tell me that I know your mother does not like it when ordinary ants walks on your budget. I mean, which parents likes to see their children suffering? Which parent likes to subject their children to suffering? Or do you get what I mean? Like, I mean, you will be telling me that your mommy does not like it when ants just walks on your body because she feels she her favorite. She feels and I'm wondering, like, guy, does your parent want ants to walk on your own body? I mean, like, itchy her? No. I couldn't miss his call. You know, when you're in a relationship with somebody and your phone is ringing and you are running like a mad woman to go and pick call, because you must not miss his call. Once you miss his call, it goes, who knows if you were with a man, or who knows if you were with somebody that you would not talk, or you feel like you don't want somebody to know you have a boyfriend, that kind of thing. And I'm like, I missed your call. Either I'm in the kitchen doing something, or you don't even know. I literally felt like this guy had like a track on my body. I feel that guy had a track on my body, because how he knows, it feels like he knows like almost everything. When I go to work, I have to call him before I leave the house, or else it's gonna be a problem. When I get to work, I have to say, hey, I'm already at work. And I'm leaving work, hey, I'm already leaving. When I get to work, hey, I'm already at home. This kind of thing. Like, it got to the part that like it got worse, and maybe for example it was unable to reach me for a while, and probably I just left work and I was going home. This guy, the next thing he says, they said they saw you in an hotel today, that you were with a man, you came in with a man. I'm like, who, me? What kind of disrespect is this one? How can you say such about me? I mean Justina. With a man? How did that want to happen? What wants to cause that one? That's what it was like, that kind of relationship. And I'm going to give you guys an example. There was a particular day, and one of my friends was celebrating her birthday. I know the general thing that everybody would do and say, hey, my boo, my babe, that kind of thing. My then boyfriend goes, people are seeing your status, and I say, is your wife a lesbian? How can she be calling a fellow lady a babe, or calling a fellow lady boo? Hi, weak guys. And see, it's funny. I can say it now without feeling any, but that time it wasn't funny. It wasn't even funny at all. I mean, this got to the part that this guy had to block me on his phone. He blocked me like everywhere. I couldn't reach him. I couldn't nothing. So that particular day, I went to his place of work, and I was like, Alpha, immediately saw me, you know, and I wouldn't want his colleagues to feel like something is wrong. He did well, okay. Then I was like, okay, you know what, just come upstairs, let's talk about this thing. This guy blew it up. I mean, this guy literally embarrassed me. He owed me. Somebody embarrassed me. Yes. I was not waiting for this guy outside. On to say, I put my friend picture up, say, happy birthday, boo, happy birthday, that. I got to his place of work. After everything, all the stunts he pulled within his place of work, I had to wait for him at the security post. I mean, I was waiting for him, and another lady was waiting. But somehow I could sense that other lady was waiting for him. Yes, like that other lady was waiting for him. This guy came out, took the other lady, and they went. And he told me, I'm coming. Mumu, me too, Justina. I was there waiting for him. Okay, he will soon come. When he finally came, guys, not funny. I mean, I was literally on the floor begging him. I was wailing. I was not crying. I was wailing. Why? Because of a man. Because of a man. Hey God, don't just see that. I was wailing, begging him. I feel like one of the security guys now like heard the cry. Now came in like, what's up? He said, no, we're conducting deliverance. I said, for who? I mean, who? Oh boy, it's so fun doing that relationship. It's so fun. Do not be with a man that makes you feel less of yourself. No, do not. Do not. Do not. I mean, do not. You're way more than all of that. And I feel like there's somebody actually going through this kind of thing. You're way more than that. You don't even deserve to be there. Somebody that is never wrong. I mean, he never for once acknowledged that he was wrong. I was always wrong. And mommy, I'll start to think, okay, what if I had done this better? What if I had not said it this way? What if I had said it this way? Maybe I was there. Another reason why I feel like I was there was because at the time I was jobless. It was giving me, of course, thorough and couple. That's small money. I didn't have a job. I didn't have anything I was doing, and it looked like the almighty then, like somebody that was providing for me, somebody that was there for me. I started to fight my parents because they were okay, but it made me see my parents as though they were unreasonable. Like they couldn't cater for me anymore. I mean, these are the people that raised me, sent me to school. So because I was in a relationship with somebody, I started to look at my parents like they were reasonable, they were not responsible. It made like myself and them would talk like that, started talking about my parents because it was not even funny. Do not be in a relationship with somebody that takes you away from your family. That takes you or that talks ill of your family. I mean, this guy would literally say all manner of things about my sister. He said it to the point that my sister is using my glory. You guys. And my sister is using my glory. Oh. That's why my sister is living in Lekki. That's why my sister has a good job and I don't have a good job. That in fact, where he went to, they showed that she's turning her back at me and she's using all of my glory for everything that she wants to use. Just now, how was I in that position? How did I even believe all of those things that I said? But I know better. I know better now. I mean, I started to have beef with my sister. I couldn't go out with my sister. There was one particular night I went out with my sister and this guy was on the call with me. I said, you have to go home. If you don't go home, I'm not getting off this call. And I was there with my sister, then she had a boyfriend then a boyfriend's friend. It was like a game night. So I said, do I know if my sister wants to use me for something? Do I know if that's why she took me out? Do I know if something can even happen? Or maybe she had even planned with some guys to rape me? Hey, my own sister. That guy was on the call with me. I was like, guy, get off this call. I will drop this call. He said, if you drop it, consider this relationship over. I mean, I was there like, I don't want this relationship to be over. This one, that one. My people, they dropped him back at home. Yes, and it was on the call. And guess what? It was on the call, and immediately I got home, he dropped the call. And next morning was Saturday. I'm like, okay, so let me just at least say hello to him. Let's see what's going on. Because for every time he behaves like that, I know the next thing is either he blocks me or he doesn't pick my call, or of course, fights don't start with that. Fights don't start with that. So I'm like, okay, let me just stop at his place, guys. I got to his place, and somebody that I know that normally on a Saturday morning he would still be sleeping because he had a stressful week. This guy was awake, he was already cleaning his house. Before I could say Jesus is Lord, another lady entered and they started to gist. Maybe I would have gone, Abi. My people, I was there waiting. Okay, maybe this other lady will leave. Maybe this other lady will leave. And the lady had the audacity to tell me that, he's not the only guy in the world. I think he should get someone else. If he's behaving to you like this, or if he says he doesn't want you again, I think he should get somebody. The audacity. And I was there watching them. They were laughing, and I was just on one corner and I was weeping. I was crying. Got to to a point that it spoke to me anyhow in the presence of the lady. The lady was there laughing. Why didn't I leave? Now, like, I really cannot wrap my head around the fact that I couldn't leave that day. I don't even know. I was there. And at some point, I said, they wanted to get something outside, blah, blah, blah. And I took like a wire, I tied around my neck, and I was strangling myself. Just. I still don't know why I stopped. I don't know why I stopped. I did not kill myself that day. So what do we call this kind of love? Was it even love at all? What kind of love is that? I can't even imagine. I mean, any small thing, this guy's gonna block me. Any small thing, I can't reach him again. And the worst of all was that his mom was always behind him. Like, he never did wrong to his mom. And all of that went on. I was bottling up. I mean, I was not myself again. I became a shadow of myself. I was somebody that was the life of the party. Like, how would I enter a room and everybody's not lit up? But I became somebody that I was always pitying myself, always doing this pity party thing. Like, I wasn't dressing well. This guy would literally tell me, I like it when you pack your hair, blah, blah, blah. I'll pack my hair, I'll dress anyhow. I was trying to say, it does not like trousers out, blah, blah, blah. I started wearing skirts. Stupid girl like me. Sorry, I'm not stupid, but it's just what life happened. And I had to be in that position. God, I mean. So the most of all, how was I able to get out of the relationship? There was no way. I was just there hoping that, oh, it would get better. I kept doing things that I feel like it was going to like. At the end of the day, it would end up not liking it. I was just trying. I was struggling in that relationship. I mean, I was struggling. I became a shadow of myself. I didn't have a voice again in the relationship. Anything he wants, I was ready to do it. I didn't have an opinion. Basically, I didn't have an opinion. So, how did I eventually get out of the relationship? So, it was going to be my birthday, and I'd just gotten a job. And I was always like shuffling between. Sometimes I'll go to his place just to let me spend time with my boo, that kind of thing. I'll go to his place. There was this particular day, I told him, oh, I was coming over to your place. I got to his house and I opened his fridge. Somebody that didn't tell me that, oh, he cooked or something. I opened his fridge and I saw bowls of soup, different kind of soup, stew, chicken, fish. And I called him, hello, what's up? I found this thing in your freezer. How come? How did you get there? The guy said, really? How? I'm like, but it is here. I'm looking at it. And I said, okay, let him call me back. Almost like a few minutes later, he called me and was like, oh, you know somebody that dropped it in. So in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm not the only one that has the key to your room. I'm not the only one, blah, blah, blah. Got back that day, and of course, I was quiet. I didn't say anything. I was like, is it because of soup? I can't even remember how it went down again. But I wasn't talking, and the next day was my birthday. So on my birthday, guy did not post anything about me. He didn't even put up my picture. He didn't even call to say, how is your day going? No, happy birthday, be anything. I still went back to his house, and this guy came and he brought like what was even inside it? Wristwatch and chain. That was when this thing was written that they'll put the beginning of your name, wristwatch and that chain and the earrings. He gave it to me, like he just threw it on the bed, like that's your birthday gift. I'm like, are you okay? I didn't even say, are you okay? But in my mind, I'm like, what kind of rubbish is this one? But then we're still not talking. Then I brought up the issue of, oh, this still thing. I feel like, let's just talk about it. Like, you're not even giving me any explanation. What's up? Is there somebody? Is there kini come? And I could be funny then. I was not like, guy, talk. So the guy stood up and he just pushed me on the bed. I'm like, you pushed me? How do you mean you pushed me? Hey. Like, he just stood up and he pushed me. I was like, immediately he pushed me. I don't even know what came over me. I stretched my hand like this and like gave him one odd slap. In my head, as I was giving him the odd slap, in my head, I was like, it's over. And I don't know if he was holding anything. I don't know. It just hit my eye. I had blood stain in my eye. I had blood on my shirt. I didn't believe my eyes. I cried and cried, apologized. Guess what? This guy went off on me. He was not picking my call again. And me, stupid me. Maybe I was supposed to just, this guy, someone can't do this to you and blah blah blah. I still kept calling him. I still kept saying, you know what, don't worry, say I cannot tell my children that I've once eaten their mother, this and that. I'm like, don't worry, we will not tell them, don't leave me alone. You guys, that's how he broke up with me. It was painful, but after it broke up, that was when I could tell people everything I went through in the relationship. Because while I was in this, I couldn't tell anybody. I couldn't talk about it. I could tell people about it. And like, I went through hell. I mean hell. I don't know if you're out there and you're probably in this kind of relationship that you are worthless. Yeah, that's it. This kind of relationship, you don't have any worth. I pray that you find strength to leave, and if you feel like you need help, kindly send a message to the email address. Let's talk about it. Get help. You cannot be in that kind of relationship. It's not even healthy for you. It's too toxic. You don't even want to be there. Please, just send a message. Let's talk about it. Get help. I'm willing to help you. I'm ready to talk to you if you don't mind. Because Relaright is a community that we talk about relationship and all of that. I would also like to hear from you, of course. Like I said in the previous video, we'll be having people talk about relationships. So if you're watching me and you feel like you have a story to share, you have something that you feel like people can learn from, kindly send a message to our email address, which is displayed on the screen right now. Send a message to the email address. Let's hear from you. If you'd also like to come on the show and say it by yourself, oh God, you are welcome. Like, I can't wait to hear from you guys. I can't wait to start writing like messages here and there from you guys. Well, thank you so much if you stayed to the end of the video. Tell me what you think about this story in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to tell somebody to send a message to the email if they have anything to share with us. Thank you so much. Until the next time, be the reason why somebody feels loved. Bye.